Live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, keenly awaited, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with humble host, Andy Barbosa and Jim Alexander Newsom with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. What's going on, folks? Hope you're doing amazing. How are you on this glorious, fantastic day? We got some trading royalty in the house. Xochitl from California. What's going on, Xochitl and Sybil and Nargis? Today's Ladies' Day. We got Jill here, Edna here, Cheryl here. I love it. Now, granted, you got Jesse and Matt and James and Ron, but the ladies are taking over right now. Love it. What's going on, folks? How's your weekend? Hope all is amazingly well. Let's see here. What we got? Today's Monday, right? I'm just kidding. I knew today's Monday, kind of. What a good weekend. Had a great weekend. Had a very good weekend. Got to go airsofting with my good buddy, Matt DeLong, who's here right now. We didn't get a chance to do any opposing team stuff, but next time that'll happen. We'll be on opposite teams next time, Matt, so you get a chance to destroy me adequately. Ron's doing wonderful. Fantastic. Glad to know it, Ron. How's it going, Jill? I messaged you on Slack, by the way, Jill, if you get a chance to get that. If not, if you don't get it, let me know. I'll email it to you. It's nothing important. Just me being me. All right, let's talk the broad markets really quick. Today is Monday. Tomorrow is the last day of trading in at least January 2017. And, yeah, February is almost here. Interested to see what's going on. So today had a little bit of a bearish flavor to today. A little bearish flavor. We're down 0.6% at close. Now, it was a little bit worse than that at one point, down right about 2% on the day. But realistically, it was a white candle that gapped up not too long ago, 3 days ago, all-time high, and this is a retest. So we're retesting the all-time high. Now, some of you amazing people might be wondering in your head, is this some kind of island reversal? And I would say there's a good chance of that. Island reversal being a strong candlestick chart pattern that causes the market to kind of, more or less tank. You do have a double gap action right here, so it's going to be a really, really strong resistance. So that's why I kind of mentioned if we close above 228.23, then we will be kind of remaining a little bit, the bullish trend will remain intact. And if we close below 226.16, I'm just going to simply mention bearish, what was I about to say? Bearish, sideways, neutral, chop city. That's what I write in. So we got ourselves a nice little bracket trade out there, folks. That's what we got on SPY. A close above 228.23, more bullish. A close below 226.16, just a slight bit bearish. Matt DeLong, he's got himself a 232.50 covered call expiring not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And he's also got a put sale down there at 221 expiring in March. Dean has one at 222 expiring this Friday. I also am looking at getting in on this action of these put sales down the 220 region on the SPY. Also might consider some bull put spreads. I'm going to give the SPY about 2 to 3 days, and I'll be able to make that determination. Because, again, anytime I leave the country, it's like 80% of facts that the market does a little bit of a tank, a little bit of a bearish action. So I believe in the country technically for Aruba and February 14th. So I'm not saying the market's going to tank between now and then, but if it looks like it's going to get bearish, I might as well hold off on the bullish positions, let it pull back, and then we can load up bullish down here in the 220 region. So that's what I'm hoping for. Is that going to happen exactly? I don't know, but if we can get something like this, I think that'd be very healthy. A nice trade down to these levels, good, healthy pullback would look good. Be pretty excited about it. So if I pull up the weekly chart on the SPY, just have an inside week. So we made a new all-time high last week. Got a lot of lines on the chart. And that's pretty much about it. That's the SPY. The Qs, very interesting gap today for anyone who is day trading. If you're not day trading, no big deal. But if you were day trading, you had a perfect doji yesterday. And by perfect, I do mean the open and the close, at least according to TradingView, were the exact same. So the low of Friday, 125.39. The open of today, 125.37. So we opened below the low of a perfect doji after it occurred at the all-time high. You kidding me? Yeah, it's looking real good. So the Qs, great gap. Had a very nice bearish move this morning. And for all intents and purposes as it stands right now, it's just a white candle that gapped up and it's a retest gap. So we're retesting. We retested the 10 exponential moving average. We have a little bit of a lower shadow, and same exact thing on the Qs, right? If we close above that candle, we'll see what's going to happen. Now, I will say tomorrow, for all those who are here, and let me go ahead and actually just post this in Slack as well. Give me 7 seconds. Where's that other? Oh, I guess it's right here. Okay. So while we're here, I'm just going to write this in to everyone who can hear me in the afternoon room, in the recording, or hear live or in Slack. Channel, 98% chance. The weekly options newsletter will go out tomorrow after market close, aka Apple earnings. Okay, so if we can get in on some type of Apple gap after earnings, we'll look at that obviously tomorrow and everything, but it's probably going to be after the market closes. So it won't be too long after the market closes, but an hour or two or so, let some gaps come in, figure out what's going to happen. But yeah, just let everybody know. See what we can trade. So that's the Qs. It's going to be really very related to how Apple moves tomorrow. Here's the IWM, James Baker. It was a good chat with this weekend. Sorry for the little email understanding, but we got you all taken care of, James. Angie's got you on lock. Ready to go. 128, 124 bull put spread. The 128 looks great. That's very far away. And the 139.50, 143.50 iron condor. So far, that spread expires not this Friday, but next Friday, James. Looks great, man. I couldn't really ask for a better setup, honestly. So I think you're doing good on the IWM. Nothing to see here on that one. And, of course, the Dow Jones hit an all-time high last 3 days. Perfect inside day candle on Friday, and then just hosage today for a lot of bull traders. But really not that crazy of a day. So overall, what do I think of the market? Well, I would like to see the beginning of part of February be a little bit bearish. We need to continue a little bit of a bearish retracement. And just like I said in the last few videos, something like this, and whatever, that would be very healthy. So we'll see. Right now, I don't have any positions on the indices, and it feels weird to say that because I usually have something on the SPY, either directional or non-directional, usually non-directional. But that's pretty much it for me. Any questions, concerns, thoughts, or oppositional opinions or alternative facts on the broader ETFs or markets, ladies and gentlemen? We good? All right. Looks like we're good to go. So let me get the list of stocks we're looking at today pulled up. Here we go. So this is at least the ones we're going to look at. We're going to look at some more. We'll look at the swing trades we're triggered into. Probably going to lose on one of them, but you never know, I guess. So let's get started. All right, CMG. Earnings this week. This is Chipotle. Can be a pretty fun stock to trade options on. So earnings on this should be towards the tail end of the week, and CMG is going to look like this. Bullish if it opens above there. Very bullish if it opens above here. I'll make that a big box. And really, I don't know what it would do, honestly, if it opens in this area down here. I would assume it would be bullish, but I really have no idea. I'm going to make that my no idea box, which I need to make that the opacity lighter. Okay. Perfect. All right, we'll publish this CMG pre-earnings analysis. I personally think CMG is ready to break out. We will see if CMG gaps up nicely on earnings. Should be fun. Nargis, this is one I'm going to be watching very closely for a bull put spread because CMG can have some really good premium. So if you like Amazon, you'll like CMG. A gap into the purple zone, no idea. Likely bullish, but I'm just not sure. All right, long, here we go. Come back over to this, type in CMG, 2017 target, CMG, real life trading, earnings analysis, and that's what I got. I'm not doing any option selling on CMG over earnings. That one can be really hard to get out of, very spready, very expensive. Yeah. All right, there we go. CMG, done. Got it. That's pretty much it. That'll be happening this week. Next on the list, Kate Spade. There's no K-A-T-E. Kate, and this is one I was looking at a potential swing trade on, and as you can see, we didn't. Mostly because of the risk reward. I was like, you know, this risk reward just doesn't look that great. Target was right there, like at best, and didn't even hit that. So Kate Spade, honestly, we can just move on. Yeah, we'll just move on. No big deal. I was looking at it. What 200 was a target. I think Kate's going to pull back a little bit more. So we'll continue to wait on that one. Oh, by the way, since we are here, I might as well update the calendar. Well, not update it. Let you guys know the calendar has been updated. Give me 7 seconds just to log in. So we did a vote. Wait, why are they still not here? I know it's here somewhere. Where is it? I just saw it yesterday. Why is that link not working? Okay, give me 26 seconds. I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to do math and reasoning and logic. Okay. Let me log into this.com. Okay. Public calendar. Sorry. .html. Yeah, that's the one I just pulled up. That's weird. It works on my mobile, but not on the website? Shoot. I've exhausted my mental capacities. Dang it. I thought for sure I was going to do something and have a big breakthrough and mentally conquer. Nope. No, I have not. All right. I'll fix this. Let me just send this to Albert. Anyway, I'll pull up this calendar. I'll just let you guys know. I visually know what I want to talk about, what I want to show you. So February 6th, there's going to be a lot of real-life traders hanging out for the Super Bowl. If anybody wants to come to Lake Tahoe on the 5th. So Angie, myself, Dan Walsh, a few others potentially will be here. So we actually are going to be closed on the 6th of February. Also because I'm doing a lot of traveling. So we're going to close the morning and afternoon room on the 6th. The 20th, the market's closed anyway. So we're going to be doing Mentorship Monday on the 13th of February. 13th of February is Mentorship Monday. The 6th will be closed. The 20th will be closed because of President's Day. And that's it. Those are the only real 2 updates. Weird. Calendar is still wrong on site, but same web link you sent me. Weird. I don't know. Anyway, just a small update. Yeah, exactly. Pre-planning November, December. So anyway, that's just a small update. Very, very tiny. So this week, we got all week together. Monday closed, mostly just because me and Angie are traveling. And then all of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, And then next week, Mentorship Monday will be on the 13th, and then we'll just keep rocking and rolling. So just a really, really quick little update. All right, so that's KATE, Kate Spade, no trade set up on it. Let's keep moving on. Designer Shoe Warehouse. A lot of traders are watching this one for a buy low, sell high opportunity. A lot of traders looking at the March calls, like the 2250. So here's your weekly chart on DSW. Weekly chart on DSW. A lot of traders watching it for a buy low, sell high opportunity, and I have to agree in pretty much every instance that is that's the way to go on that one. Will it work? Don't know. That I don't know. So long as you mitigate risk, depends on how long, of course, you want to be in that trade. Could be months, could be weeks. If you want to be in there months, then maybe probably consider some shares or something. But if you want to be in there with calls also, you're going to be going over earnings depending on how long you're going to be in the trade. But it is a nice little buy low, sell high. Earnings are way over there in March. So you got some time, support resistance. I'm not going to personally take the trade, but it looks solid. Right? So anyway, that's pretty much about it. All right, Designer Shoe Warehouse, done. Next on the list, DRI, which is Darden Restaurant Group. Everybody loves a good Darden's Restaurant Group. We were looking for a close above 74.14. And you'll notice just a few days ago, we did get this big upper shadow, but we did not get the close that some traders are looking for. So we got the giant upper shadow, we got the big wick. Didn't close above there. So now I'm just trying to debate and determine if we set up another trade with a close above that wick, which will probably be something like this. And now it's it's still a 1-to-1 into the all-time high. So that's not too bad. It's still a 1-to-1. Here's your weekly chart. And your weekly chart, you got some white candles, a little bit of an inside day candle. Here's your exponential moving averages. That looks pretty good. Looks good to me. I'm trying to think. It looks very similar to this, actually, this little pullback right here. So let's give it another day or two. I'm going to put it on the list for Wednesday. Let's just come back to it, see if there's any kind of trade changes or any kind of candles that get updated. Definitely watching it, though. I like the bounce off the 50, looking for it to double bottom. Yeah, odd. All right, there's DRI, Darden Restaurant. Next on the list is CVS. Here's CVS and CVS Health. This is one that we were looking at potentially getting into as a swing trade. Robert Meek crushed this one in a very non-Meek way on Friday for a little over 2R on a day trade. And other than that, we were looking for maybe a swing trade, but I guess I'm just going to keep waiting. It did break this trend line down. This trend line right here, let's draw this very quickly. The purple one. Right there, and it had that little new white soldier candle that came in on the 24th. And once that broke down, really on the 25th, a little bit of bearish edge on CVS. So really at this point, we just kind of traded back down to an old support, new resistance. I don't have a trade set up on CVS at all. Just kind of waiting around for, I don't know, something else more exciting to happen on it. But now that trend line is broken, longer term, there's definitely some folks waiting on a trade on CVS. If I pull this weekly chart up, check this out. So here's a weekly chart. And the big question is, this particular price right here, is this going to be the higher low or not? Because on the weekly chart, it looks a little scary. Looks a little scary. You're making lower lows. You're making lower highs. Even in 2007, 2008, CVS, it did drop. It really did not drop that bad. It came down to the 24, mostly because CVS, very convenient store. There's a lot of them. They have a lot of things, everything from beer to, drugs and the legal kind. You have a lot of as seen on TV products. Everybody loves those. You know, so it's very convenient. Open 24 hours. Anyway, I don't really know what that means as far as fundamentally, but people go there a lot. I guess what I'm trying to get at. So it didn't really get hit that bad in 2008. So even now, you've gone from 112 to 78. So you're talking about a 30% retracement. So in the big picture, you're getting a 30% discount in price. Waiting to see what happens. Yeah. That's all I got on CVS. Long term, I'm eyeing it. There's not a lot of premium where we are. We're actually below the 200 weekly. I know Dean was looking at selling some puts back in here at some point. The monthly, I think there's a monthly long-term moving average. Where's that? So that's pretty far away. Down there at 60. Is there any premium way the heck down at 60? Because I don't think I would mind owning shares of CVS. I'm pretty sure I've never owned shares of CVS. $60 put sale even for March. You get 3 entire pennies. Look out. 3 whole cents. All right, well, no trade on CVS. Next, ticket number 17, please. All right, so CF, this is a swing trade that we are triggered into. I really did feel like canceling this one on Friday, but I didn't, which is okay if we get stopped out, right? It's just an R. Where was that chart I was just looking at? I don't know what that one was. So anyway, the 100 crossed the 200 on CF Industries. We did get a limit buy. So we did get a pretty bearish gap today on ticker symbol CF. If we get stopped out, it's probably going to be tomorrow. You'll notice that I wrote in, we'll leave the trade open until Wednesday. That was on Friday. I really did feel like canceling on Friday. But either way, no big deal. We'll see. The funny thing is, honestly, mentally, almost every single trade I take, my mind goes, nope, it's going to lose. It's going to lose, dude. And so you got to go, shut up, and take the trade anyway, you know, because you got to listen to yourself. But your past self, the self that's set up to trade, not the present self who's always emotional and scared and worried about losing money. So never listen to your present self, only the past self. CF, pulling back. If we lose on it, it will be this week. That's just my thought, right? Don't know if we will or not. I mean, there's a lot of moving averages that are propping this up. In fact, we traded right down to the 10 today. So this could just be a little bit of a bounce off the 10. You know, not in love with the candle, but we'll find out what happens. Down a quarter of an R, a little bit less than that. All right, so there's CF. Here's Berry Plastics. Now, I will say, pretty happy about the timing on this one. So we did exit this one on Friday on Berry Plastic. I wanted to exit on the 25th, but again, I didn't really have that planned. But intuitionally, I was like, yeah, I need to exit. No big deal. We got out Friday. We would have lost, well, it would have been break even, really. We would have lost money, but we would have gotten stopped out of break even. So the fact we locked in a gain on Berry Plastic, that's actually the second time that we've done that on BERY. So I might kind of stick to swing trading this one, even though it's something that I don't trade very often. Last time we took the trade, we got in here somewhere around here, and we got out there last time on Berry Plastics. Then you had the pullback, and I stopped kind of tracking it. We're really, in hindsight, I should have just gotten right back in there with that one white soldier tweezer top. Had to stop right there. You would have hit 2 Rs pretty easily on Berry Plastic. But we got back in, not too far past that, right about here, and then got out right here, even though I was thinking about getting out right there. Either way, regardless, 2 for 2 on Berry Plastics. Here's your weekly chart, and just looking for this thing to pull back a little bit more and see if we can buy the dip. But we are out of that, so that is gone. Costco. So I mentioned on Friday I was looking at trading Costco bearish, and then today I was looking at it to trade bullish, and it would have worked very, very well. Unfortunately, a little too well. I'm kind of upset that I didn't take the trade. I was looking at this. I'll actually show you on a 5-minute chart. It would have been a solid 2-hour trade. So here's the 5-minute charts. Oh, yes, Costco. Why didn't I take you, man? All right. I feel like the last 2 days I've been trading like a screen door holds out water on a submarine. Here was my entry. I wanted a limit buy right there. We gotten filled to the penny, and I had to stop below this pivot. So that would have been the setup. The only reason I didn't take that trade is because I felt the stop was a little wide. I was like, that'd probably be a little bit more of a swing trade. I hadn't planned it for 24 hours, so I just didn't trade it. But anyway, it would have been a great day trade, at least for an R on Costco. No big deal. If I can do the analysis once, I can do it again. No stress. So now we got that inverted head and shoulders on the 5-minute chart. Your hourly looks pretty strong, bullish. Your daily, you almost have a tweezer bottom. I was looking at this one potentially to be bearish on Friday with a retest. We are retesting. So Costco on the hourly chart needs to be below 162.16. We'll look at it again tomorrow, 130.17. Is it below? Let's just type in 162. Is it below 162, either with an open gap? Let me actually put that one on the list for tomorrow. I'm doing the morning room tomorrow for anyone who wants to join me there. All right, Costco in the morning. Sounds like a radio show. Welcome to Costco in the morning. What kind of discounts and free food can you get today? Load up your giant industrial size shopping carts and go down aisle whatever to pick up the biggest box of anything you've ever bought before. Costco in the morning. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I think I could sell that. I might need to re-record that and just put on radio. Radio? Who needs a radio? All right, Costco, done. So I'm going to look at it in the morning and also tomorrow afternoon. Got it. All right, written down. Let's go to Nike, ticker symbol NKE. And Nike, mostly look at this one for Dean Chance, a.k.a. the Chancellor, and also pulling up this earnings whisper. When's earnings again on Nike? Because I want to do another spread. He wants to do a spread. So maybe February 51 fitted. So I get 24 cents there. Uh-oh, we might have ourselves an 11-cent spread. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. It's in March. 51.50. Yes. Could have got more premium today. 130.17. 51.50. Bull put spread. 4. So that's 25, and that's 15. So it's 25.14. 12-cent limit. Pull up the long-term moving averages. Booyakasha! Right in between both of those. All right. Nike bull put spread. I won't worry about the spread unless Nike closes. Below what price? What price? That little gap right there. What is this? 51.75. All right, Nike, we'll put spread, credit spread, and going for 12 cents. Don't know if that'll fill, of course. Mark says, Jan, how about a talking Costco app pitching deals to customers inside the store? Load it to their phones. Ooh, I like it. Like Costco needs more money. I've heard this randomly approximately 9 times. That's without exaggeration over the last, I don't know, let's just say 3 months. I haven't been marking it down, but let's say the last 3 months. that Costco is the largest seller of wine in the world. That's interesting. Here's Nike on a weekly chart. So Nike on a weekly, I like that little bounce right here, this weekly candle. You're right in the middle of the long-term moving averages. If I pull up the exponential moving averages, you're above the 10 and the 20, but below the 50. What else could I look at? RSI, Relative Strength Index. So you got a little bit of a divergence right here on Nike on the RSI. Had a lower low, but RSI didn't. So it's just kind of slowing down. Back to the daily. Yeah, I can dig it. Because again, the long-term moving average at 52.32. So 50, 50, 50, 51, still pretty far away on Nike. Is that what you're looking at, Scotty? Justin said, I heard that on Shark Tank a while ago. Yes, which is like the, that was the 9th time that I heard it. The other time I heard it, it was in a movie somewhere. The other time I heard it was actually in Costco. The other time I heard it was on the radio somewhere. The other time I heard it was on like a Netflix episode of some kind. I forget what it was. Regular February. Sorry. No, doesn't matter yet. Regular February. My bad. Reg Feb. So it's February 17th. Great clarification question, my friend. Okay. Bull put spread. Trying to get some premium. I don't know if that's going to fill or not. It may or may not. 12 cents. It's going to be close. Now, I'm going to be watching that because obviously, you know, with the market being a little bit bearish, I like the volume that came in today, the somewhat bullish volume. All right, let me just put this in what, Slack? Okay. At channel, new spread. What's up, Derek? All right, putting in the worksheets. Give me like 26 seconds to do that. Sheila says also Amazon moving in to shake up the retailers in Australia. Wow, so you guys are getting Amazon and Costco. All right. And it says if you can't do spreads, is the long side of a spread usually a good trade on its own, except for the price? Is the long side of a spread usually a good trade on its own? Well, that's a great question. So in this scenario, the long side of the spread is a $50 put. So in this particular situation, if you're in a long side of the spread, that would be a long put. So you'd be bearish on the position, which I guess you never know, right? Obviously, it could definitely go lower. So usually if I'm doing a bull put spread, if you can't do spreads, that's really my definition of it's going bullish, but I don't really see a good entry. You know, if I'm doing a credit spread, I want to say, I don't think it's going to go lower than here. But what it's actually going to do, something like this, that part I don't know. I don't see an amazing entry that I just love. So I think I'm just going to pick the analysis correct and just keep it above there. So the long position on this would be the $50 put, which is not very expensive. It's only 14 cents. You know, so if you want to buy out the money put just in case Nike does roll over, could work. Yeah, it could work. That's just one of those non-directional trades. If it's ever a trade that I don't really see, oh yeah, this is going up or this is going down, I'm gonna do something non-directional, credit spread or some kind of option selling of some kind, usually. Otherwise, just buy straight up calls and or shares, or puts and then short if it's bearish directional. All right, what's next? Hershey's, HSY, Hershey's, man. That double bottom looks sweet on the weekly chart. You got the long-term moving averages down here at this 96 support. Wow, Hershey's up at $100 a share. Angie, how do we not have tons of shares of Hershey's? You would think that would just be what we would do.
I don't know. It's kind of sacrilege if you ask me.
It is. How do we just not? I don't know. I mean, guys, if we look at Hershey's, obviously a very strong blue chip type of company, and you can see some very clear, very obvious patterns here. Strong bullish move, pretty much 50% retracement. Strong bullish move, 50% retracement. Strong bullish move. We're in a huge distribution pattern. So are we going to get that 50% distribution sell-off? I don't know, but maybe then I'll buy some shares of Hershey's. But right now, I think it's the buy low, sell high, definite distribution level, and I don't have any trade on it presently. For those of you who might, however, I like it bullish to non-directional. I can't look at it and go, yep, absolutely, this is where we should get in bullish. It actually looks a smidge more bearish to me. Like it wants, this is a strong gap that occurred not too long ago. And I forget exactly why that happened. But I think it's going to pull back a little bit more and then bounce. So I don't have anything on Hershey's. I'd probably say let it dip, pull back into the long terms again, which is about $100, and then from there maybe buy the dip. Plus earnings is right around the corner anyway. Steven, good points. It's got to load up on some Hershey's. Valentine's Day right around the corner. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate it. Hey, well done, Mark. All right, that's Hershey's. Next on the list is Walmarto, ticker symbol WMT, which I know of the traders who are in bearish on this thing, they were kind of annoyed today, I'm sure, because it still looks good bearish. But the market was bearish today, and the whole time from open, Walmart just started trading higher. So some traders are probably like, come on, man, what the heck? What the heck's going on out there? So here's the weekly chart. Nice little bearish move last week. You've had a lot of bearish weeks in a row. So really, if you're in Walmart bearish, I guess just really be patient on it and let it do whatever it's going to do. Probably have an inside week and then maybe roll down into here and then rest and roll down to here. So yeah, Walmart, oddly enough, bullish today. That's definitely one of those frustrating days because like the market's tanking. You're like, yay, I'm in puts on something. And then Walmart's like, nope. Here's the 5-minute. I actually did not look at Walmart at all today. Yeah, it just opened and just rallied immediately. I could have gotten in long at 66. I could see why that would make sense. Okay. Well, anyway, Walmart. That's all I got on it. Here's Gilead Science, GILD. And Gilead's trading sideways for those who are in bullish. Earnings right around the corner. A little bit of a bullish candle. Kind of a wait and see. Let's figure out what's going on, what it's doing. But no room for changes on Gilead Sciences. Here's the weekly chart. And I will say, I know there's a lot of people looking to buy down there at 65. So it really hasn't been doing anything drastically or tragically, fantastically optimistic as it's trading down into this area. Optimum, that's what I was looking for. But 65.83, as it pulled back into there, I mean, that's a 50% sell-off from 120 approximately. So that's a pretty good buying location if you're looking at trading GILD on a long level. And we bounced there before. So I guess only time will tell. Okay, there's GILD. Next on the list is US Steel. US Steel getting traded a lot right now by a lot of you beautiful people. What's earnings going to do? I don't know. What did that last earnings do over here? So last time on earnings, it gapped up and then traded down. Okay. So this time, I mean, we're talking right around the corner. This is a tough one because I'm a little bearish if we open right below this wick. We open right down here. I'm a tad bearish if that happens. And then, of course, if we open up here, I'm pretty bullish, but not insanely bullish. If we open down here, I would imagine that some buying is going to come in on US Steel. So I'm just going to kind of wait around, see what's going on, look for the gap on US Steel. I've got the February week 2, right? So if I'm doing an option selling strategy over earnings, I don't like it to be a long one. Long being like time frame. I don't want to have too much time out there. I don't mind owning at 26. I'm kind of hoping for a gap up. If we do gap up on US Steel, I'll just leave it alone. I won't do anything. I'll let it trade lower at some point, and then I'll probably either do another put sale or just buy some shares. Because really, all I'm doing down here is just getting paid to be patient. That's it. And I'm not even getting paid that well. It's like a labor of love. Okay, US Steel. Done. All right, Target on the list. Target trying to recover down here. I know Stan's got a put sale. It's pretty deep in the money at this point. But likely, as I mentioned about a week ago, you're at a level down here on Target where some buying is going to likely come in. Even if it's just to trade sideways for a moment, you have a really good support around 62. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had a lot of bearish candles in a row on a weekly chart. So Target, I would consider or suggest watching bullish down here, even for day trades or swing trades. I'm going to throw that on the list for tomorrow. Tuesday, Costco in the morning. And then Target. So nice little move down here. I think it's worth watching. I don't have any position on Target at all. But here on a weekly frame and really all the way out to a monthly frame, I think worst case scenario in this situation, we trade down to the 100 or the 200 on a monthly chart. These are the simple moving averages on a monthly, and then we'll bounce. I mean, we haven't broken through the 200. We've never really broken through the 200 on a week, on a monthly on Target. In 08, we traded down to it, but it was a good buying opportunities location. So at that price, I think it could pull back again, but very strong case could be made for why it could bounce off of that price. Okay, that's Target. What's next? Kohl's, KSS. I think my boy Mark is in bearish on Kohl's. You got a little bit of a bullish candle today. Hey man, I see why you're in bearish. Same thing with Target. At this point, just the stock market. Oh, you're bullish. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, sweet. So he's in bullish. Never mind. I remember he was posting something else. I thought it was bearish. Either way, honestly I can see the scenario for both. Right? I can often see the scenario for both. But your reasoning for the bullish position: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of bearish candles in a row, pulling down to old support, new resistance on kind of a longer term level. You got a lot of support down here at 42.14. Worst case, it would make sense that we could retest that level, right? So it's kind of trade up from where we are into 42.14. Ed Reed has some put sales down there at 37.50 for February. He doesn't mind owning some shares down there. Mark says, I might exit tomorrow. Who knows? Depends on price action. Understandable. So yeah, we'll keep our eyes on Kohl's as Mark's trading it, Ed's trading it, and a few other traders, right? I'm here for you, beautiful people, not just for me. If it was here just looking at what I want to look at, it'd be a very lazy day. We'd be in and out in about 6 minutes each day. Sometimes I don't have much going on. Expedia, we can move our stops on Expedia. I like this lower shadow. Let's not lose on this trade, shall we? Because I got a feeling we're going to lose on CF. So let's increase the stop to break even. We still got about 2 weeks. Target still 123.09. Increasing stop to break even on Expedia. Expedia. So I like that lower shadow today. I dig it. update. All right. So we got it updated. Expedia still holding to the target. I honestly though, if you think about it, and I'm reminding myself this really, I mentioned that I mentioned, guys, this angle we're likely going to get some kind of snapback and a bounce. I don't know if anybody remembers me saying that, but at least I remember me saying that, and it's really all that matters. So when it was snapping back, I was like, I guess I did say that was going to happen. I can't get too upset that did happen, because just the angle, right? It's just too straight up. So I need that. And here's your exponential moving averages. They look good. So are we going to win from here? I don't know. But between now and Thursday, depending on what it does, we might raise the stop like, I don't know, 70 cents or something below the wick of today's candle to just lose a little bit less. And of course, if it really starts running, has a great looking candle, maybe we can increase the target some. But so far, Expedia looks good. Don't really have anything terrible to say about it. That's pretty much it. To review some of the trades that we are in together as a team, we have Micron Technology. A lot of traders, and I do mean more than 3, are in this put sale on MU bullish 21. Jesse, I believe, is in some shares. Richard's in, honestly, there's so many people in Micron shares, I lost track. A lot of traders in shares on MU with this retest, gap up, bullish trend, bullish trade start on the 24th. Honestly, if it wasn't for Amazon and Micron, January would be looking pretty rough for me. So Micron got triggered in on the 24th and got out the very next day for 2R. Amazon for the good option trade as well, so that definitely helped out. But yeah, really, MU, nice little winner, nice candle, nice bounce. I like the put sale at 21. We have Wells Fargo bull put spread. It's still pretty far away. So Wells Fargo hanging out, doing its thing. Just looked at US Steel. We have LNG, which, hey guys, seriously, if I get put the stock on this, I'll be pretty pleased. I really will. $45, expiring next week, getting paid to be patient. I think this is a breakout in a big way, and I do not mind owning some shares of LNG. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday. Lockheed Martin, we got a ways to go on this one, but got a lot of check marks for it. So the 242.50, 240 bull put spread on LMT. Just going to leave that one alone, let it do its thing. Really, unless it gets below here, I'm not going to stress about it, which I feel like that's pretty far away, and unless I'm missing something, it's already had earnings. Implied volatility is hopefully lower. Now, it might have had something to do with the executive orders and Trump and signing stuff and all that good jazz. But right now, the spread on that for February is still there. If you get $1, you can get 30 cents easily still. And we've been in this thing for a while, 3 days now. So I guess I'll just kind of just wait and see. Maybe that spread slowly just decreases over time. I don't know. But really at this point, just kind of waiting on it. British Petroleum also got the put sale for February. Hoping to get put some shares at 34.50. Earnings are right around the corner. And if we get put some shares, we'll just be in together doing long-term buy and hold stuff. All that good stuff. Scotty says, thoughts on GoPro, please. Being pumped up before earnings. Have a $9 strike put sale for this Friday, 22 cents. GoPro, Scotty. Looks great. So put sale into earnings. Let's see, let me look at it really quick on the strike, because the bounce off of that and that buy low, sell high working a little too well. When's your expiration? This Friday. Okay, let me look. $9. So it's already, so you sold it for 22 cents, and right now it's already worth 9 or something. With GoPro, you could always consider getting out before earnings, even if it's for a small gain. And I know it would be for a very small premium. But the only reason I'm saying that is GoPro can gap large on earnings. So it'd have to get up $1, which would be a little over 10%. GoPro can gap that far pretty easily. It really, really can. So I'd say going into earnings, I love the location. So let me just do this. You played this thing, man, like Jordan plays basketball. You did flawless. Couldn't do anything better. So to give yourself a pat on the back on that one. So just since you're asking, $9 would be a great place to own GoPro. But going over earnings, just because implied volatility is 121%, GoPro could gap 15% in the blink of an eye, 20, 25, 30% pretty easily. Kind of like Fitbit did today. Fitbit and GoPro, relatively similar market, I think. I kind of feel like Fitbit was down 16% today, not even on earnings. So if you're profitable and you can lock in a premium into earnings, I would. And then just go, hey, if it does gap down again, sell some more puts down here. The great trade on GoPro. Still got some traders in on this one from the intermediate series. Ricky's among other traders over there in Australia. Ricky's Mikey and Ricky. I keep wanting to say Mickey and Ricky. Sorry, Ricky. You and your buddy Mikey. So Mikey was in some shares on GoPro. Happy about that one. Yep. Interesting to see what happens because, again, guys, that's why we were looking at it. Just a buy low, sell high. The exact same price that it bounced off of 2 times before. So, yeah, GoPro up 7.5%. Just today, beautiful, beautiful move out of this and into earnings. For those of you who do have shares, probably look to sell them at some point into earnings just because, it doesn't pay dividends and that's in that nature. Strong gap that occurred. Great pin, good breakout today. Anyway, good trade, Scotty. Well done getting a free 10 cents, man. Actually, a little bit better than that, 12 cents. All right, GoPro done. So tomorrow is Tech Giant Tuesday. Obviously going to be a lot of awesome stuff going on tomorrow. What beautiful things would you like to look at tomorrow, my friends? Tomorrow I got on the list Skyworks Solutions, Priceline, Palo Alto, probably not saying that right, Barracuda, Costco. I guess we could put Apple on the list. I guess. Amazon, Micron Technology, WDC, Netflix, Google, Facebook, Baba, Twitter. Let's look at GoPro again. CHK, got it. AMBA, got it. Intel, got it. What else? Give me a tech stock or just really any stock you want to look at. Doesn't matter. Your guys' show. You run this. Oh, George in the building. What's up, brother? All right, 3D. Done. All right, cool. If there's any of those that pop in, we'll jot them down. Let's go look at Microsoft now. So Microsoft, Al had a really quick bearish day trade on it. So all-time high on Microsoft, white candle, gapping up, retest gap. Here's the hourly chart. Just check out this trade setup on it. It's pretty happy for him. So here's his analysis. Some of the other day, he's like, hey, if Microsoft breaks all this pennant bearish, quick day trade. So he played it bearish, I believe, for a quick day trade, and yeah, that was it. Really good breakdown on Microsoft. Towards the end of the day, you got a little bit of a bullish candle. So it is a retest gap, right? Let's not forget that. So if we trade sideways for a day or two and then break out, Microsoft so far looks pretty good. Monsanto pulling back a little bit. Nothing great going on with Monsanto. Panera, nothing amazing going on with Panera. Earnings around the corner. Got the 230 cured for February on Panera. If and when that expires worthless, which I expect it to after earnings, there's a small chance after earnings I might buy that back and sell a March 220. There's always that chance, just depending on what it does. Either March 220 or March 230. I just got to kind of see the premium. And if it's nothing is there, then I just won't do anything. It's just boring. Panera's just doing what it's doing. Budweiser, ticker symbol BUD, long term in Budweiser, loving this area. Weekly charts, trading sideways, looking for it to bounce down here. 130, kind of the 2017 target that it might hit. I guess only time will tell if that actually is going to transpire or not. But from this particular juncture, I like Microsoft long-term, kind of the buy low, sell high standpoint. ExxonMobil, also buy low, sell high, out of some support. Earnings coming up this week. This week on Exxon. So we'll see. I'm hoping for a strong gap above 86. I would like it to gap off the support. I mean, really, it's just doing its thing. Nothing exciting, that's for sure. RIG, another great pullback today on RIG. Jesse, high five. Justin Jeffries, high five. A lot of good traders. I'm telling you guys, I want to do a put sale really badly on RIG. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait a little bit more. I'm going to be patient. So I'm excited about this. I really like this candle. I think we probably get a little bit lower to go on RIG and really the whole energy sector. But so far, we'll be talking more about that on Wednesday, of course. But the energy sector as a whole is more or less doing exactly what we talked about 3 weeks ago. Well, 12 days ago. So here's 12 days ago on RIG. 12 days ago being almost 2 weeks, I guess. And the January put sale did expire worthless. I do want to do another one. I might wait until LNG expires, or I mean, at least this week with Apple earnings, and I got 2 for every week 2s. I'm not, I don't know. Just gonna keep waiting. But anyway, I kind of drew that it was gonna pull back more, right? And here's the pullback. We're getting it right now. There she goes, drawn almost to perfection. So this $12.50 region on RIG, as it pulls down to that area, this will all be kind of looking or just eyeing it to bounce. But that's a little creepy right there. I feel like that's all from you guys. I love it. Good stuff on RIG. So we'll just give that one some time, let that one play out accordingly. We're gonna look at CHK more on Wednesday. Let's go look at 3D printing really quick for my boy George. What do you got on 3D George right now? We'll look at it again tomorrow for sure. But I know my buddy Deepak has got some calls. Those are looking healthy. Today, a little bit of a lower shadow, hammer looking candle. I wanted to pull back again, but at some point this thing breaks out. Very nice looking triangle on DDD, and I won't be upset, worried, scared, or concerned if it does break out. $12 January 19 put sale. Put sale. Got it. January 2019. George being the virtue of patience. I love it. $12. What was that other one that we were looking at just the other day? George, was it Apple? I can't remember. I was like, hey, just hold it for another week or two. It already had lost 50% of its value. BP, got it. Yeah, I'm still okay on BP. I'll still say just go for it. Let it pull back. You still got plenty of time on that champion. Plenty of time. Because again, BP also doing very, very similar to exactly what we wanted. So as it pulls back, I got the February 34.50, and don't mind earnings, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for earnings. It is right around the corner. So if it gaps down, hopefully into 32, 33, something like that, I feel like that would be a really good buying opportunity. So here was BP, kind of this targeting, drawing thing, if you will. And BP mentioned that we have a little bit of a pullback. So that, here's the pullback into, I think I drew 36, but more or less pullback and then a bounce and then another big pullback and then continuation higher. It's just kind of my 2017 target projections, if you will. So I would expect to pull back, like 2 or 3 weeks, you can go a little bit lower, but a trade down to 32 or 33, I'll like it long. All right, team. I'll be ready for you guys tomorrow, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Tech Giant Tuesday. You're amazing people. And until then, remember, love life, and trade. You rock. See ya.